Welcome to the Infinite Geek. I'm Dale Denton.
And I'm Christopher Donald.
And welcome, gentle viewers, to our Doctor Who Series 8 reviews. I'm looking forward to them.
So, the first episode of the new season started last night.
Deep
I was so
breath.
confused about that there. I was like, oh, was it last night?
What were you doing?
I was watching it.
Oh, time you line.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the episode titled Deep Breath.
It was really good.
Oh,
I kind of understand the title to it now.
yeah, I thought it was just like a throwaway title. Like, is it meta? Are we taking a deep breath of fresh air for the new Doctor? But then we find out, no, it's Clara.
Yeah.
I loved that scene.
We'll get to that. You went to the cinema to see it, didn't you?
I did. I went to the cinema screen with a couple of friends.
I was just in the room behind us watching it.
You was invited but did not come. Shame.
I didn't have money at the time.
Shame.
Sorry.
There was a few bonuses. Before the episode started, we were treated to a prequel.
Oh yeah, I mean
with
saying.
Jenny, Vastra, and Strax, and it's Strax doing one of his little video blogs to the Sontaran Empire, and
we will burn him with acid.
And
Strax, we will not burn him with acid.
oh, and
Sorry, that bit was brilliant.
he's going through all of the Doctors and his opinions on all of them, and it's pretty awesome. Particularly what he says about a couple of them.
There you go, explain.
I'm trying to remember off my the top of my. He
Put him
calls
on the spot.
He calls the first Doctor delusional.
Fair enough.
He says he regenerated into the second Doctor to become youthful and nicer or something like that. It failed. Is what he says. The only one he says had potential was the War Doctor, John Hurt.
Of course he would say that though. That was the Angry Doctor. Well.
And then when he gets to Christopher Eccleston, he's all ears, and it's like a minute of him just like all ears, and showing pictures of the ears. And then once it gets to David Tennant, it's like the Doctor became a girl.
Oh, with the hair.
And then when it gets to Matt Smith, he's just like, he takes it all on the chin. And it's like, I didn't even mean to do that one. It's just like quite a few minutes of just him pissing himself with the chin.
By the actor that's playing Strax is just in the costume going, oh, fucking.
And then as he's laughing, it's just a quick shot of the eyebrows, and it's like, beware viewer, a new Doctor is coming. And then that's
the eyebrows that will open up bottle caps.
Yeah.
Oh, that was genius.
After the prequel, it was the episode itself. And then afterwards, it was Doctor Who Extra, going behind the scenes of the episode.
Oh, I'm going to watch that tonight, actually.
It was really good. It's basically Doctor Who Confidential, but under a new name.
Doctor Who Extra.
I
think they should have just kept confidential.
I guess. It's good to have it again, though, because they didn't have it for, like, Series 7.
Did they not?
No.
I never realised.
And then,
I think this season, it will be a lot darker.
Yes. You could tell that with the first episode.
Oh god, yeah.
This was.
I think when the Doctor finds out who his face was from, and like the story behind why that was the face that came up for him.
I never know where the faces come from. They just sort of, why this face,
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Does he? Because by the end of the episode, this is a spoiler review, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
By the end of the episode, he's obviously his normal self now. He's his new self.
He's got used to it now.
Yeah, he's not post-regeneration madness anymore. So does he remember the face that he's got now?
I think it'll take him some time, because when he was like manning up to Reverse Cyborg Man,
The half-face man.
yeah,
The Clockwork Droids.
when he was kind of manning up to him and telling him, "Is there even any of you left in there?" And he was showing him his own reflection, and then it kind of panned round to Capaldi, and he was looking at his reflection.
I love the parallel of that. There was two parallels with the Doctor. The first one was him and the dinosaur.
Oh,
This old fierce dinosaur that doesn't belong anywhere.
When he was translating in his sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sad.
They're both out of time and surrounded by a world that they don't really understand.
The bit that really shocked me was when he was on the roof shouting at it, like telling him well, telling her.
I'm
Sorry.
not flirting with you.
Aye, that everything was going to be okay, and then just all of a sudden, in flames.
And it really like affects him as well. It was, and then it's just like, had there been any more murders? I love that they treated the death of the dinosaur as a murder. You know, it's like, yeah, that was a living creature.
It's the way that I think this season as well will be like more explaining to why no one was surprised that there was a massive dinosaur in the middle of the Thames. They all thought it was a kind of attraction.
Yeah.
That's like when there was the
giant
Cyberman.
Yeah. Although they did explain that later on, it was the crack in time. It made people forget it ever happened. They explained that in series 5.
I'll just sink away then. What did Zero?
No, it was a good point. It was a good point.
I hope they kind of go into more depth about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they did explain it with the Canary Wharf battle that everybody forgot because they got sucked into the parallel dimension.
The void.
No, Rose!
I've lost my trail of thought. I did love the parallel though with the clockwork droid and the Doctor, that you change yourself so much, you replace yourself and renew yourself to try and survive, but is there anything of the original, William Hartnell left? And,
Yeah.
And it's an interesting question. Probably what's going to run through this series. What did you think of Capaldi in the role?
As soon as it started, just like when Strax was knocking on the door and he was just like shh, and then back in was just that first few seconds is I like him already.
Very first line. Shh.
He's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, it's very.
I think it helps that he's Scottish.
Yeah,
you can't forget that.
It's a cool new addition, but I can take it or leave it.
I'd like to take it. As our time down.
There was a moment. I know that people have been saying, "Oh, he's a darker Doctor. He's a fiercer Doctor. You don't know what's going to happen with this Doctor." And I was like, "Okay, I get it. They're going for a different tone." But there was a moment in this which genuinely shocked me, and it was when the door closes in the ship, and the Doctor abandons Clara to die by a gruesome fate at the hands of the clockwork droids.
I know that was really dark at that point.
I in the theatre, I literally went, whoa, whoa, this is different.
I'm guessing like everybody that was watching it was sitting at the telly or the cinema just going, wait, what? No.
Obviously, he came back for her, which was awesome, but still, Matt Smith would not do that. David Tennant would not do that. Not even Eccleston would do that, I think.
Don't know. Because they did say it would take too long, so...
Yeah, but... I mean, it was smart, he got the information he was after.
Yeah.
But... I
think it would have been... Well, it wouldn't have been funny at the time, but now, when she was, like, standing off to him, it would have been brilliant if the thing just went, oh, okay, I'll kill you. Because then the Doctor would have just been kind of standing in that face going, I've made a terrible mistake. Shit. Fuck.
Oh. This Doctor would be like, yeah, I can get another one.
It's replaceable.
It really was. One time Tom Baker, when I think it was Leela left the TARDIS, he's just like, on to the next one. Seriously.
Jesus.
And it did lead up to one of my favourite scenes in the episode though, where Clara has to hold her breath.
Yeah.
The deep breath of the episode. That was amazing. Her acting in that was phenomenal, and the direction, just the way it was filmed, great.
I think, like, when she was doing that, that's when I kind of realised, so that's what the title of the episode was for. Because, like, watching it, I'm thinking deep breath.
Deep breath.
Okay, he's went swimming, maybe. There'll be, like, a swimming scene where he'll run out of air, and then there was just nothing for that. I was like,
it's a title that works in many levels, I think, because a deep breath of fresh air, a new Doctor, a new tone.
Yeah.
A deep breath before the plunge. We're going into new territory.
Or it could just be deep breath. She needs to hold her breath.
Yeah, it works.
For the people that don't think into it, she was holding her breath.
I like thinking
For
into
the people like Dale, it was all that shit that he just said.
This is I studied film for 2 years. This is what I can do with that 2 years.
I think 2 years I did engineering and games design. It didn't work very well.
Oh. Doctor Who, man, it makes you happy.
It really does.
We
We just went completely away there. Where were we?
went beyond the infinite. I made a pun.
I'm quite sad that these don't have a stun setting.
What was some of your favourite moments in the episode?
All the kind of referrals back to like I've seen this before. I know what's going on. I should know this. What's going on? I've seen this. And you're sitting going, that's a Tennant episode. Clockwork Robots. Fucking Dom. Well, Pompadour.
Pompadour.
I kept calling it the Pompadom.
And I just snogged Madame de Pompadour.
Just fucking every time there was bits like that, I was basically screaming at the telly.
I was so happy that the Clockwork Droids came back because they were rumoured for a long time. But yeah, I love The Girl in the Fireplace. It's a phenomenal episode.
It took a while. I have to admit though, it did take me a while to figure out what was going on. But when it was like, when it got to the point where it was saying they're repairing themselves with people, and just instantly it was like, oh.
I've seen this before. Nothing. It was brilliant. I love the Clockwork Robots, and it's not just like a rehash of a Girl in the Fireplace. They did something new with them and different, you know.
I think it was quite good as well that in the Girl in the Fireplace episode they were trying to get somewhere, and that could have been the so-called promised land that robot man cyborg ship body part stealer person man was like in his half empty brain box.
The promised land
was trying to get to, but it got lost somewhere.
I liked seeing what happened to the Clockwork Droids after the Doctor left.
Yeah, that's true.
That episode, like what ultimately happened to them, and it's brilliant. I think they're a great villain, and I'm glad they came back. They're not just a one and done, you know.
Like I know, you were telling me what that. The woman at the end of the episode.
Missy, the gatekeeper of the Nether Sphere.
She knows more than me.
You're gonna see her again, I think, in the 2-part finale.
How do you know who she is?
Because they did like an official press release a couple of weeks ago when they were filming on the finale. They did like official images.
Oh, they've already filmed it all and all
that. And we're gonna see her again. She's gonna play an important role.
See, I thought she'd like just stole the body and then went to some planet that's got a lot of land.
Did you like her? Were you kind of like, what?
I just thought she was really creepy.
Yeah, very stalker girl, very Glenn Close, bunny boy.
It was the fact that she said the Doctor was her boyfriend.
And he loves me so dearly.
That gives you the good stalker vibe.
I have a theory about Missy.
I've got a theory that it's a demon, a dancing demon. Nah, something isn't right there.
What?
Alright, I'll say this now for the record so that if it's true, I get credit. I think she's a gender swapped master. I think it's the master, but it's a woman. He's because remember at the end of the time?
The end of the end of?
Yeah, the end of the time.
Aye.
Of the end. Where he's kind of like shh, shh, and then he just disappears.
Yeah.
I think he regenerated, or he stole a bunch of new regenerations or whatever, and he's a woman. Because it was just the way she spoke of the Doctor. Like she knows him really well, and I got like a kind of, I think, and the Master and the Doctor do have like a close relationship.
Yeah, they've got a kind of a bromance going on, but I don't think it's that much.
I think if it is a woman, then they've set the precedent that the Master or the Doctor can become a woman one day. That we could see a female Doctor because we've seen a female Master. Her name, Missy. Master. The female equivalent could be Mistress, Missy. The gatekeeper of the Nether Sphere. We don't know what happened to the Master.
What is the Nether Sphere?
We don't know yet.
No. That helps.
Could it be Gallifrey maybe? because we don't know what's happened to Gallifrey yet. We know it survived the Time War, but we don't know what's become of it. And just, you know, a lot of things, I just think it's the Master.
It's a long, well, I'd say it's a long shot, but
it's a long shot. But fuck it, if this is true, then I get credit. Would you not like that if she turned out to be the Master?
it would be no. I'd have to say that.
What did you think of Jenny and Bastra's relationship in this episode?
They did kind of. I thought they pushed it on us a lot. They like to point it out at near enough everything. Like anytime they could, like when it was Clara and them in the room when she still had the veil on, and they were on about, oh, watch yourself, you're married, stuff like that. I may be married to her, and it's like the outside image is I'm her maid, and then she made a quick gesture of Eve on the inside.
I like that though, because it's like it's seen their day to day, you know. It's just
yeah.
They're a married couple, they bicker, and
I know, but that was the point. It got pushed across to us. It really did get pushed that they were a married couple.
Which I like though. It's kind of.
I'm not complaining about it.
It's I like that they didn't beat around the bush. Jenny says to Clara, I don't like her, miss. I love her. I like that. They didn't beat around the bush. They just came out and said it. And
true.
Diversity, you know.
We had a visitor, so that's what the kind of turnaround was there.
It's just when we start talking about lizard people and humans.
When we start talking about lizard, lesbian people tend to come in.
You know, it's just the way.
Quite an interesting subject.
Well, I liked it though. I thought it really deepened. I thought all the characters had great development in this episode, particularly.
Strax was my favourite in this episode, just because the bit where the two of them kind of majestically dived in and they did all the rolling stuff and they landed, and then Strax was just like, nope, wow,
use the stairs. I loved Clara's development in this episode. The fact that she's, you know, a control freak.
Yeah.
And she's kind of losing control of the situation, and it's really like.
It's messing with her.
Yeah. Which I think we're going to see more of as the series goes on.
I'd like to hope. I'd like to hope so. I'd like to hope so. Is that the right phrase? I'd like to hope so.
Yeah, it works. I think.
Yeah.
Timey-wimey.
My brain just went weird though.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened though.
Yeah,
I'm still rebooting.
Yeah, post-regeneration madness.
I was going to say something as well. Brain, why you do this? I don't know what happened there.
Should we go into some? What do you think of the new TARDIS and the new look?
If that was the library, where is the swimming pool?
And another part, maybe he dumped it. Maybe screw the swimming pool.
But that's where the swimming pool. Maybe it's like under it.
I like that he's got seats and books and all. It's very homely. It's like a layer, a dark layer.
Something that's really changed is like whenever they would get the TARDIS moving, there'd be all the and all that shit. He flick and just happily walked around it. There was no shaking or anything.
He's probably got to the point. Screw this, you know. It's like
I know what I'm doing. I'll take the fucking handbrake off.
I'm 2,000 years old. I think I've learned a thing or two.
I should probably know how to drive this by now.
I love that scene. You know how in the 11th hour, Matt Smith showed the images of the doctors and then he just kind of walked through David Tennant's face and it's like, hello, I'm the doctor, and his new outfit and that.
Yeah.
That was Peter Capaldi's moment where he lifts up the seat in his new outfit, just swaggers down the stairs and it's like, I'm the doctor. I've lived for over 2,000 years. Yeah, that was his moment.
I think the whole 2,000 years thing will make him a lot darker.
We spent 900 years on Trenzalore at war, you know.
Most of that was filling Cybermen to think that his screwdriver could work on wind.
He didn't lie.
That's true.
Speaking of Smith, the goodbye.
Oh, the phone call.
I thought it was beautiful.
Oh, I really wasn't expecting that. Caught me off guard.
I knew the phone call was coming because of I'd seen filming of that scene and I knew there was a phone call with Smith, but I didn't know we were going to see Smith make the phone call.
Yeah.
That was...
It really caught me off guard.
Is that the doctor?
It's with the two of them
I
sitting
know.
like, is that the doctor? Oh, is that the doctor?
And then Capaldi's like, I'm not on the phone, Clara, I'm right here. Look at me.
As Randy was saying something like, well, what's your answer to the question? Like, oh, you shouldn't have been listening. It's like, I'm the one that said it.
It did take her a while to just grasp the fact that this is the same guy, but he's just a bit different now. I thought it was great. A nice final goodbye to Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The regeneration, it was good and everything. Even like the split second, I'm Capaldi.
I like that though, personally.
I think they did that because he did waste all the
Yeah.
showy stuff.
He had the big one, but then he had the quiet one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know how when there's a regeneration, there's always some people it's like, I'm not going to watch the show anymore because my doctor's gone. Never understood that logic, but fair enough. That will be kind of like embrace the new doctor because the old doctor is telling you to embrace the new doctor.
It's like, I don't like it. Like it. Okay.
Basically, yeah, it's like I thought it was great.
It was.
Shall we move on to some things that we maybe didn't like about the episode?
On you go then.
Some negatives? Or do you not have any at all?
I fucking loved the episode.
I loved it. I loved it too. But there is a couple of like nitpicks, I suppose.
There you go. Pick away.
You put me in the spot now.
You've got how long have we got? 6. You've got a minute until we need to cut again.
I don't know. Some of the pacing felt a bit not off. It was a great episode, and I really liked the slower moments. But at times it felt a little. I can't think of the word. Very slow, very fast paced. At the same.
How many judo moves though?
I don't know. It was. I think the pacing could have been a little tighter, but I still loved it. I'm nitpicking here. There isn't really any major faults with the episode. Maybe they could have focused more on the Clockwork Droids plot, maybe, but ultimately, that doesn't bother me that much because it's not really about the plot or the droids. It's about the characters, and it was a really character-driven story, which I love.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I don't have many flaws with it. Just little nitpicks,
I thought it was a good episode and I liked all of it.
I love all of it too. Don't make me the bad
Although
guy.
we can't complain because we're Scottish. I'm gonna kill myself now. Bye.
Oh, final thoughts, Chris. Deep breath.
All in all, I thought it was a really good episode. It was a good first episode for Capaldi. It was good for his development, even though it was a bit crazy.
Compared to Matt Smith's The 11th Hour and David Tennant's The Christmas Invasion, where would you rank?
Oh god, it's better than the Christmas Invasion.
I love The Christmas Invasion.
I thought it was better than that. I'm glad we didn't have a knocked out Capaldi shooting out time juice. That didn't sound right at all.
What about The 11th Hour compared to Deep Breath?
I liked Deep Breath more.
Interesting.
I think it's just the Scottish that got me.
And what would be your rating out of 10 for Deep Breath?
10.
Yeah.
I'd say 10 out of 10. But to be like fair, I'd go 9. 9 out of 10. But yeah. All of your stuff plus your rating.
Wow, I loved it. It was a feature-length episode. Just great character development, great introduction to a new, very different Doctor. I'm really looking forward to see where it's going. I love that one of my favourite villains came back.
The Clockworks.
Great characters. Just it was a very different type of Doctor Who episode, but a great one. And I have to give it a 9 out of 10. It was a sensational episode. Just little things like the pacing in that, just tiny little things, didn't make it perfect, but it was one of the best. Great, loved it.
There you go then.
So
altogether, it's an 18 out of 20.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to for the rest of the series? What do you want to see? What do you hope to see?
Well, I don't know how many times I've said in the episode that it's going to be dark, and I'm just hoping it is a darker series. I was starting to get quite sick of all the cutesy romancy stuff that happened.
There's going to be no romance. Capaldi has said no romance.
Just with that the episode there when Clara hugged him and he's just, I'm not really a hugger.
I don't think you get a vote in this.
Just that. I hope there's not as much romance. I want to see a darker series. That's what I hope for.
Just blood everywhere.
That'd be nice, but it's a BBC programme that kids will tend to watch, so...
He says about the episode about a man impaled on Big Ben, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Well, there wasn't any blood or
true.
oil in that case.
Still not exactly a pleasant image.
True.
What did you think of the preview for episode 2, Into the Dalek?
It'll be good to see the Daleks again, yeah.
I love the Daleks.
And the way they were kind of calling on him was as if they knew him again. So, has he been wiped from their memories?
No, in the time of the Doctor, they remembered him. They got all their memories of him back.
I must have missed that bit.
Yeah, it was like a quick line.
I must have been really drunk at that point.
You never, Chris. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because I think they're going to do something really different with the Daleks in this one. Really get into their... Well, they're going inside a Dalek.
Oh, true.
I think they're going to get into the psyche of the Daleks and...
That won't be Clara's first time inside a Dalek.
Very true. I hope they reference that. I think they're going to do something meta where the Doctor's going inside a Dalek, but the Daleks are going to go inside the new Doctor.
Oh.
Like mind-wise, you know.
That'll be interesting.
And it's written by Phil Ford.
With some kind of psychic link stuff going on.
Phil Ford co-wrote The Waters of Mars, which
that was a good episode.
Phenomenal episode, so good. And yeah, I'm real excited. That's going to be dark, I think.
I'd like to see the Skittle Daleks. Because they were technically the originals.
The new paradigm, yeah.
So I'd like to see at least a hint of them. Because, yeah, the newer ones are awesome, but I'd like to see more of the originals.
I say we go all the way back to the black and white Daleks. Or hell, get the spider Daleks from Engines of War. They were awesome.
Click on Dale's face for his review on that.
Shameless plug.
Hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode of our Doctor Who reviews. We'll keep them going along with the Doctor Who episodes. And hopefully they'll get better.
Like, subscribe and check us out, folks. I've been Dale Denton.
And as we've established, I've been Christopher Donald.
And we are the Infinite Geek.
Catch yous after.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Alonzi.